my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with my all-new review of Kandi and Gang. So it is the season finale. I really enjoyed this season. This was a pretty engaging season, and everybody had to offer. And I hope they come back. I do. So we open up the episode with Philip giving a meeting to everybody before they open up, let them know they did good for opening up the restaurant, getting everything prepared, and that they promoted Drika to head maitre d'. Now, as she's a head maitre d' means she's in charge of all the hostess, she's in charge of all of the servers that come in and out, checking on the kitchen, checking on the tabling, checking on the drinks. And she don't even know what that is, but that's pretty much a higher title with telling people what to do. I can still talk shit to people, you know what I'm saying? Guide the greeters throughout the ship, which is cool. I love that. So now she'll be in charge of everything. And then what's the plan for today? She said, well, I've already had people scan the QR code, so when they get seated, we'll start downstairs first and rotate upstairs. Melvin wanted to know, okay, well, I'm not gonna knock a hustle, but don't she have to still sit at the desk by the door? I said, you right. But I thought that she wouldn't have to sit there. I felt like, you mean she still gotta sit there? But don't she have to move around the floor to make sure the tables are good, the kitchen is good, the servers are serving? So somebody gonna have to stand at that door. Someone got to stand in that seat. You know what I'm saying? She got a bigger role, but she might still have to plant her ass back on that seat. But y'all can't get mad if she leaves her post, because that's what she has to do. Head maitre d's be surrounding the area. They go up, down, left, and right. So right now, Torrin is rebranding Friday Night Live to Friday Night Vibes. So he invited Kandi's creative director, Victor. His theme is 70s, Studio 54 tees. Then he had the idea, but he brought Kandi's creative director because he's worked with Kandi. It flashed back to 10 years ago where he was, practicing with her for an upcoming tour. So he knows what she likes. He knows what she won't like. So I have the perfect person to help out. I want the wow factor. So he could put on the production. I can decorate everything. So the audition was going well. One girl who's also an OLG bartender, her name is Peppermint. She gave a little rap. It was really good. I loved her braids. She was a very cute girl. And it was a lot of writing for him to go all out, because he did leave his job unprofessionally because he got too overwhelmed with handling it. And he wants to showcase, now I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to get back on the grind. I'm ready to show what I can still do. I'm not going to fuck up again. I'm not going to leave him professionally. I want this. So Patrick comes in wanting another favor from Torrin. He wants him to help come with the way to propose to Safari. I said, listen, Patrick, you have asked Torrin help not once, not twice, but 3 times. And you have not paid him. Torrin, put Patrick on a retainer so he can pay you for your work, because you doing this shit for free. I love the fact that Patrick can't come to you for help and you will help him, but you need to be paid. Stop doing this for free. Patrick, stop coming at him for some help real quick if you ain't going to pay him. That's the thing for me. So this isn't something that Safari wants him to do. That's why Torrin was like, oh, so you ready to propose? For real, for real. Okay, this is for you, all you. This what you've been thinking about? Okay. You ready for it? He said, yeah, I'm ready to die with her. I was like, okay, Patrick, you ready to die with her? The way he said it and the way that the production gave a little bit of an edit spin on it, the exaggerations, I'm like, ooh, okay. You ready? Fine. Go ahead. Do you. And this is the lunch rush, I believe. So I see Drika doing her job, moving left and right. Brandon was in the kitchen, and it said under his name, Brandon, somewhat still working or finally helping out. And he was helping out with the food. Patrick was also in the kitchen helping. And Philip making sure that all the menus of the order are going out. I can see Brandon yelling out food back and forth. I need this. I need grits on this. I need eggs on this, I'm like, oh, wow. Brandon finally showed up to do some work. I like that. So there were a couple of people not there. They were down a couple of people in the kitchen. And Patrick has helped out Melvin before. And Brandon was coming in helping. Melvin asked for more help. He said, it's good to have family in the kitchen. I can help you out, but I don't even know if I can handle having Patrick and Melvin in the kitchen by themselves. And Melvin can tell that all the money that they bet on managers lasting, he knew that Philip was going to make it out. He knew that he was going to pursue, because he worked with Philip before at Blaze. So Philip is the right person for this job. He's the right person. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's good. So Kandi, We're meeting at the candy factory. So Kandi, Don Juan, and Todd wants Philip to come over and see where his head is at because he was consulting them for a limited amount of time and want to know, does he want to stay? And also, if he does want to stay, that's cool. If he don't want to stay, Don Juan do not work in that restaurant no more. He don't want to work there. Okay. So obviously, how you doing consulting with us is good. So we believe. Oh wait, first of all, before they get to that, want to know where his head is at about staying longer. Who should we part ways? Who should be on the chopping block to get fired? The first thing he thought of was the relationship between Brandon and Dom. That's not going to work. Somebody has to leave. And his vote was to exit Dom out. Brandon can stay because Brandon wants to upgrade his career, promote his career of being in the business. Dom is only using this as another form of income until her dancing career take off. Even though she's still dancing, but it's not fully skyrocketing for her to dance. She still has to have other ends meet. Don Juan said the same thing. I mean, I'll figure out a way for Dom to go to another location. But I honestly feel like, my main objective is for Rashad to go. And they both had a conversation about there have been times where Rashad has been drunk on the job. He has called off work because he was too drunk the other night. And I'm like, oh, wow, really? It was a surprise for me to hear it and a surprise for Kenny to hear it. I said, oh, wow. So we're trying to see what's the most important thing for us to worry about? Trying to separate Brandon and Dom or worry about Rashad drinking on the job? Because I feel like we can't have a drunk worker versus then having a relationship that could easily be situated, easily be fixed. But this, I don't think we can let this slide and let this fester. Kandi don't want to separate Brandon and Dom, or she doesn't want to keep Brandon and leave Dom out because Dom has been there from day one. But Ty said that Brandon is looking to elevate his career. This is just something that Dom is doing for the time being, which I can understand. So we're here. We're talking about Friday Night Vibe. Everybody got their 70s costumes on. Did I skip it already? Did I? I don't think I did. Okay, so, oh, no, wait. Yeah. Okay, so they're talking about the Friday Night Vibes, right? And how in the past it's been a really good time. They have enjoyed it. They've had good times. And Torn pretty much is at his last straw. Don Juan told him, if you crash and burn, that's on you. I want everything to be executed perfectly. Ty says the same thing. I don't want him to see running around looking for cups, looking for ice. I want him to execute a plan and it goes smoothly. All the past Friday Night Lives have been great. They enjoyed them. So they asked Philip, do you want to continue on your consulting? Now, he was hired as an independent contractor, and he did not want to work for anybody again, but he has that choice. He's ready to stay on a little longer. He do, because he loves the fact that his mom set him up for him and his brothers to be comfortable, be set. Well, they have the choice to work for somebody and work for themselves, which I love that mindset as well. And I'm staying on. I love that because Philip won me over later in the season. I like Philip. I do. So Brian, Torn comes over to say what's up to Brian and Rashad. Rashad is always at Brian's apartment. I just realized that. He's always there. And come to find out, when Brian don't drink, Rashad drinks up all his wine. And in the words of Torn, he's the water boy. He is always at Brian's household doing everything that Brian tells him to do. Go get this, go get that. Where's the remote? He's there for everything. Happens to be at the house all the time. So Brian talks about meeting up with Todd, about partnering up with him for his original soul rose, right? He wants 50%. And how I have my presentation, I have my items out, and he tells me I don't need a truck. He has a storefront. So everything's already set up for me to go ahead and do my business. Now, this isn't an overnight success. He's been cooking since he was 7. So this is amazing. I can't wait for me to do business with him. And Torian said the same thing. Todd called him up and says, I want you on top of everything. I want you to know if you can handle this. This is a test for him. So everybody is excited for Friday Night Vibe. Brian has always hosted it, so he wants to know if he still got it. Rashad was gushing over Safari, how she's so pretty. He loves women. He loves being around pretty women. Rashad has dated women before. Brian said he dated women too, but they didn't do nothing. Well, not yet. He said they were best friends, and he went inside her, 2-3 pumps, and that was it. He said, I don't think we should do this anymore. So that was his first and last experience of being with and in a woman, okay? First of all, Brian, I don't like that mop on your head. It literally looks like a mop. Take that mop off your head, okay? Moving on. So it was a quick scene of Patrick telling Safari about Friday Night Vibe, and this is a 70s theme. Last minute, but hey, he just found out, so she's going. Don Juan was at his apartment, and he was texting Torrin, does he need anything? And he said pick him up some carafes. I'm gonna find out what that was later. I'm swamped, right? So he's overwhelmed. Don Juan's one over, he asking for help. Torrin gives him a assignment or a yes, I do need help. Can you pick this up for me? Don Juan feels like for something that was gonna happen in a few weeks or for a few weeks, you asked him to pick something up. I felt like no, I've told you before, you need actual management, you need an actual team to help. I'm not your intern. So I'm not going to go around to pick up anything for you when I have people that I can do that for you. So I'm not about to go ahead and run to the store for you to pick up this. But I was stuck on the reason why Don Juan wanted to have a problem. You asked him, does he need help? He told you what he needed, but you wanted to say, I'm not about to do no store run for you. What do you want me to do as far as helping you with the event? If this was about the event, then this is a part of helping. I got lost on Don Juan having an attitude from that point. And next we see Patrick. Patrick took his mom to a flower shop to spend some time with his special lady because his mom is his number one person. And she starts to tear up because that's her baby. But I have to share you with somebody else, even though I love Safari, but you can always be my baby. And Patrick loves his mom. That's his best friend. That's his support. She never missed a football game. Never missed anything that has to do with him. And that's why always be my lady. You my number one girl. That's you, my mama. But he wasn't ready the first time that he proposed. But this time he's really ready. He loves Safari. She means a lot to him. And then he said, if it doesn't work out with me and Safari, you're going to always be my number one lady. So I'm proud of you. And Safari told him if he ever went to jail, she would not wait for him. She would leave him. I said, wow, I had that type of conversation. And he said, I would never do anything to get me into trouble. I would never put myself in that predicament. But I didn't like hearing that if I was to ever get into that type of trouble, she would leave me. That lets you know where she's staying. I was like, well, damn, you can't even be a ride or die. That's being a part of the life. Not the lifestyle, but woo, I'm not even going to be there for you if you go to jail. No, Monica? You should have known better, I guess. Anyway, so Friday night is here. Torn, running around, getting everything together. Dance floor set up, DJ booth set up. Patrick coming in with, his suit ready to propose. And Torn tells him how it's going to work. I'm going to bring my performer out here. He's going to sing a few songs, sing a few lyrics. You're going to come out and start doing your thing, right? He's overwhelmed with getting all the elements together for this night to go off without a hitch and someone else's relationship on the line to go through without a hitch. But he's going to keep moving. I don't know where the destination is going, but I'm going to keep on moving. I'm going to keep moving. So Torrin asked Brandon, I need staff members for the night. I need food runners. And he said, I have some people already leaving early on shift, but I can see if they want to stick around. That was your problem from the beginning, Torrin, asking Brandon to help. And then Rashad was supposed to come in to work, but Torn don't know where he at. Why you asking me? Again, running around, checking everything, telling Brian, this is your cue, this is your itinerary, this is the roster sheet for what you need to do, your cues here and there. And I've already given you this information before. And I want you to mention the vendors, mention your business as well. And I'm going to do what I need to do. You're going to do what you need to do. So everything is finally coming out. There's tons of vendors there. Brian's getting ready. Everybody's, going to their places. And Brian and Patrick and Safari, I love their outfits. Safari definitely gave me Foxy Brown tees. It was cute. He was nervous, but not nervous. Torrance still running around checking on everybody. And then he realizes there was no food runners. He spoke to one of his managers or one of his people that's helping him host it. There was no food runners. It's been servers going left and right, doing all the stuff. And Brandon was the one who said, I'll get you food runners. But he said, it's my responsibility. I should have been the one to do it myself. I don't know why I expected for somebody else to help me with something that I should have did for myself. So I love the fact that Torrin took responsibility of how I should have handled it myself. But I still feel like Brandon left Torrin out to, he left him out to dry. Brandon, you couldn't do one simple thing? You don't even work. You couldn't help Torrin out with food runners, bro? Really? Fine. Everybody's coming now. They're looking great. Brandon and Dominique, she gave me Donna Summer with the jewel stone head wrap with the fur and the tassel dress. I loved it. Brandon looked good in their 70s outfit. Kandi and Todd. Todd was the MVP for his costume for me. It was definitely giving pimp. Pimp, 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 pimp. Okay. With the velvet, with the zebra print. And he had the platform shoes with the goldfish in them. I said, come on, Todd. Come on, Todd. And of course, Kandi giving me, go-go dancer. She'll give me drug dealer girlfriend, basically. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. I loved it. I loved when Kandi and Todd dress up for Halloween because they go all out. That's what I want me and my husband and my family. I want us to go all out when it comes to costumes. I love it. I love it. Okay. Torrin look moving left and right, trying to figure out where things are going. And Don Juan and Philip are talking about where is Torrin, right? So Torrin was directing the DJ when Brian comes out. When his cue, he's going to do a sound and have him, come in, cue his music, right? So Philip and Don Juan are having a conversation about how he can tell that Torrin is a little flustered because he's been moving left and right. The drinks were not coming in as fast as they were. And turns out that the reason why the drinks were not coming out because he didn't have any water, he didn't have any ice. The drinks were not already pre-made. So now Don Juan is mad because he did not ask for help. He did not ask for help. I can't help you if you don't ask, right? So they brought him over and said, okay, how are things? Do you want us to help you? What do you want us to do? What area do you want us to fix? He realized he did not have any food runners. Some of the servers are moving. They're handling it. Don Juan wanted to check him and say, listen, if you need help, all you have to do is say help. But I did ask for help. I asked you, can you help me? But he said, no, you didn't. You said you need some carafes. You needed some carafes for your event. This wasn't about your event. Yes, it was. The carafes was for me to sell the liquor in. Yes, it was. So first of all, you couldn't wait to ask for help. But the way that you want me to ask for help, asking for help is dumb? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, because he feels like we spent too much money figuring out how to go to the store to get some carafes for you. So they go back and forth with how he asked for help, but the way that he asked for help didn't make any sense about the event. So you want me to go to the store for you? That's me not asking for help. Asking for help was dumb. No, it's not. Now you want to do this? What the carafes is? But like I already said before, the carafes was to sell the liquor in. So I felt like Don Juan. What's the problem? What's the problem? You're mad because the way that he asked for help wasn't specific enough for the event. If I told you I needed a carafe for this event or a carafe to the store, you could have said, what's a carafe? Oh, it's an item that we can sell the liquor in. We can make more money how we put this in. It was for the event. So why are you mad because the way that he asked for help wasn't specific enough? I didn't like the way that Don Juan blew up on him. I didn't like it at all. Philip was trying to control the situation, but at the same point in time, Torrin said, I got more shit to do. I was able to get this together. The most important part was getting this together. Everything else will fall in line. That's what I got together. Okay, I'm gonna exit because I'm gonna have to do this. I said, Don Juan, you did too much for me. Too much for me. Okay, that didn't help nothing. No, it didn't. Okay, most of the party got handled by Torrin on his own, and I'm happy about that. Brian was able to go ahead, introduce everything. I thought he actually failed, but he didn't. He played. I'm like, okay, I see you. He had his whole outfit. Brian looked amazing in his outfit. Was the flowers in his hair like Minnie Riperton tees? I felt Minnie Riperton when I saw the flowers. I could be wrong, but that's what I felt. It was cute. The performances was great. Peppermint did her thing. There was another scene called Sean Rose. And then everybody's eating up Brian's egg rolls. Kandi said the event started off good. And if it ends good, we're going to keep this going, okay? And that's all Torrin needed. I needed from the one person who signs my checks. As I'm doing good, I'm doing a good job. So Don Juan, I will deal with you on the back end. The main person I needed to impress was Kandi. Okay, moving on. Everything is going good. They're enjoying Brian's egg rolls. Then they have a conversation about Rashad, about how he was drinking while on the clock. And it happened the other night how he was waiting to get clocked out by the manager, but he wanted a drink. So turns out when they rung up the drink, it was alcohol. It wasn't lemonade, it wasn't tea, it wasn't water, it was alcohol while being on the clock. He purchased the drink with his own money, but it was still alcohol while he was still on the clock. So while you waiting for them to clock you out, you could have waited a little bit longer to get your drink. So that wasn't right. Todd pretty much said, listen, if you say you did, say you did. If you don't be no gray area. Don't do that. Don't mess it up. And like at the end of the day, you did what you did, right? So Don Juan wanted to be more into the mix, and he said, bring Rika over here. Bring Drika. So now, you're in this new role, right? But in your current role, Have you felt like have you felt that anybody that have done something that was a terminable offense? She said yes. But it's kind of like, dang, not gonna protect your spouse, not your spouse, protect your fellow peer. So there were a time when Rashad took a bribe to see somebody before they got sat. He took tips. It was a flashback when someone wanted to pay tips to Rashad to get seated before somebody. And he said, how you know I do that? Because she said she ate here before. So Don Juan said, that's the shit I'm talking about. Now Philip said, do you believe that you're not replaceable? Because I replaced you. I could be the host myself. So he's fired. And of course, Kandi had to tell him, listen, I like you, but drinking on the job and the fact that you took money from people so they could sit before other people, that wasn't cool. I'm not about to do that. I would fire a family member if I found out they're taking tips of somebody. And I'm not finna do this. So she was done this conversation, and she don't like the whole hiring and firing, because it's like, why would you even want to do that while working? Do you like your job? Do you want your job? Why would you even think that I could even move past or even continue on with you working for me if you're taking bribes to move somebody ahead of the line to get seated before somebody else who's waited longer than her? Then also drinking on the job. I don't care if you were 5 minutes to the time that you were getting off the clock. You could have waited 5 minutes until we were done to get clocked out so you can get a drink off hours, okay? So Patrick, he tells Safari that she should have been hosting. She would do a great job. She's a star. I'm like, whatever, Patrick. So this was torn opportunity to make it seem as if Patrick had to go help out parking. This was his way of preparing to propose. So Don Juan went into the employee break room, found out Patrick's getting dressed in a tuxedo. He said, are you about to do what I think you're about to do? Yeah, but I'm nervous, Don Juan. I'm nervous. What you nervous for? You want to do this, right? That's what you want to be with. Okay, you don't need to be nervous. I mean, I hope she says yes. What you mean you hope so? What the fuck you mean you hope so? What the fuck? She'll say yes. Don't worry about it. A part of me was like, Don Juan, you good, then you get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? So Patrick comes out in his tux, and he comes out when the performer starts to sing. He's singing the songs with him, and they were like, is he performing? What he doing up there? He starts up with a poem, how Safari is his world, she's his everything, my best friend, my travel buddy. And then she's all breathing hard, like, oh my God, what's he doing? So right now there were lights that lit up and says, marry me. And she was like, oh my God. Everybody was like, say yes, say yes, say yes. Even Todd had to be funny. He said the way that the man decides to propose his lady where he parks the cars. I said, Todd, shut up. Shut up, Todd. But it was funny. Even Drika came with a funny comment that said, girl, better you than me. Good luck. I got my man over here. Bertha said, now you can call me grandma and go make me a grandbaby. Okay. Because she said yes. She said yes. All right. Everybody was like, woohoo, it's a wedding. So now we're doing check-ins with everybody. It's been 6 months. Torrin is still doing Friday night vibes. It's going good. Still working. Philip is still working the OLG as director of operations. Him and his boyfriend are still going strong. All right. Brandon and Dom are still together, working at the restaurant. There's been conversations about her moving to another location because of her fraternizing with the manager, but that's going to get squashed. We're going to figure that out. Drika is still working at the restaurant. Her and June just purchased their first home, and they're planning on their wedding, and everybody is invited. Patrick and Safari, they're doing good as well. Just bought their new home, too. And now he wants to let us know he runs the pants in the relationship. Okay, Patrick. Brian doing really well in his sobriety. I love Brian's look. At the 6 months later mark, he looked amazing. He did decide to go ahead and go into business with Kandi and Todd, and the Soul Roll business is doing great. And there will be a restaurant coming into the work soon. I love it. So right now, Todd appreciates the leadership that you guys did the damn thing. I want to talk about how Don Juan talks about the restaurant's doing better than ever. Lines are all the way down the street. They're making changes for the better. Then they asked Philip, does he mean that, Todd got a generator? He said, damn well Todd ain't getting no generator. I must not know Todd. He is not buying a generator. He would look for other ways than to buy that generator. I said, we can't win, can we? It ended with Bertha. She said, listen, I'm ready to go home. All right, I'm tired. I'm tired of sitting on this couch, talking to y'all in front of this camera. I've been here since what time? Can I please go home? I said, yes. Tell Aunt Bertha she can go home and take a nap. Do it, please. All right. And that was the end of the episode and the end of Kandi and the Gang, y'all. I enjoyed this season. I love the fact that it ended with Aunt Bertha. It can't be without Aunt Bertha. It just came. I love it. So that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.